Hello, so this game is exactly like Until We Die. Until We Die was an interesting indie game. This game doesn't even look close to how colorful that game was. Now, what is Until We Die? Until We Die was an indie game, one of the best indie games ever made in 2021, and the developers simply refused to elaborate on it. So the game only had the first level, the first chapter, which was basically nothing. You could finish the entire game in a few hours if you liked, because it was only one level. And then the developer said that they are working on more content. They teased some of the new content, they released some pictures, and then they just disappeared. And then after a while, I heard that on social media, some people found out that they didn't really want to continue the game or couldn't continue the game, which is silly because, you know, that game, Until We Die, I think it sold, let me think, how many copies? It sold close to 200,000 copies, maybe, more or less. I think they sold at least 100,000 copies, which means that the people who made the game made $1 million or more. I think they made about $2 million with the game, and then they just refused to add more content because that was even worse than early access. It had one level, and the game probably should have had 10 levels in total. But what can we do? And that's why I'm playing this one. Nowhere near the quality. I guess that game will be unique no matter how many people try to recreate it. That's copy, it's 100% a copy, but it looks 2 times worse than that one. Okay, look the boxes and the mushrooms, and there are rots everywhere. I guess we cannot shoot for now. Need traps, press and hold, okay. I guess you can only have 2 builders for every building or something like that. Companion rank 1. So I miss that game so much. I might play it at some point, but it feels annoying that I don't want to promote games that are definitely bad. Press and hold for the barricades. And then, okay, that's actually a lot of stuff. Also, in case you're wondering, Until You Die, the character made some noise so you would understand him when he gave an order. Travel shop. And the problem with Until We Die was that you could basically write it down on a piece of paper and you'll always get the right victory condition, just because, you know, after you learn a few things here and there, because there was not much, you know, diversity in the game itself. Huh. That was one of the major problems. Okay. Yeah, build that barricade. The game ended up being very predictable and not very fun. Okay, that's a bug. One. hell? Cannot shoot our gun? What? With spacebar, but why? This guy is so bugged. Oh. The zombies don't even look like zombies. The guns don't feel like guns. It just stops in place and there's nothing I can do because they don't respond to my controls or commands anymore. He just stops over there and there's nothing I can do. Is they are sleeping? Oh, they're sleeping like babies. If whoever made the game didn't look at the finer points of Until We Die, they just added the basic gameplay elements and the graphics. Nest. Can I destroy it? Hit plant. I'm pressing S, it doesn't work. Okay, let's see what's at the end of the tunnels then. Oh no, when it stops in place. We even have the doors that you can break open. That's a shameless copy, to be honest. I thought it would have more interesting things, but nope. They just copied the game 100% and he stops again. Is it because of the stamina? Weird mechanic. Disturb them. Okay. Understand the point, but it's still pretty boring if you have to stop. Cannot enter that little area either. It sounds like a horse. Hey, let's see what's at the end. They don't really have a lot of stuff going on in the tunnels. Just have the doors. The fog is also not very evil, or is used in a manner that indicates that you are actually in danger. And that's it, it just ends. Really, game? Really? Let's quit, let's start the game again, and let's see if we can figure out what we did wrong. It's me. How do you need to have... Your name needs to be a certain size to start the game. Game almost crashed over there. Kind of looks like we're holding hostage these 4 people. Okay, so what was our goal again? Let's repair the generator and then wait. Okay, get more mushrooms. So janky. So I guess that's it. You just have to play like this, and when the day comes, you probably will come with more villagers or more people, and then you need to distribute them to either be rangers or, I don't know, to be engineers or soldiers. And yeah, you basically have to send them into one part of the map, and the other part of the map you'll be defending on your own in the first day. And that was the stuff I didn't like about the first game. You basically had to write it down in order to understand, and then you just rinse and repeat it all the time. Did they even have the healing barrel mechanic? Sounds exactly like it is. You build a barrel that would heal you. You stayed close to it long enough. You also... Oh, enemies. You also had, I think, if I remember correctly, the station wagon. In the last night, the wagon that arrived here with you would just be used to move around and give you supplies. Not supplies, it would just move around and you had guns on it. You stay there. They have such little energy. Why even do it like this? I guess they cannot run, and that's kind of it. And I guess this is what you'd call a bare bone games. It's not much, it's just a carbon copy of the original until we die, and then the rest is very, very rough. This was like a very, very early alpha rather than, you know, being close to be released. Yeah, very boring game, but I just wanted to cover it just in case people wanted to see an alternative to Until We Die. Has some potential, but again, do you want another game that will need 2 years before it's good? Not me. Bye bye.